Hello and welcome to part 8 of this 10-part series on strumming patterns. If you haven't seen the other videos yet, click on the card above and that will take you to this short playlist. So in this week's video, we're looking at mixing various strumming and picking techniques together. So lots of really cool exercises here. So what I've done is I've made 4 chord progressions, all 8 bars in length, using these different techniques. Let's take a look at the first 8-bar progression. So we're going to do this in the key of A major. Okay, so chord-wise we've got A major here. I'm just going to use that with bar on my first finger, making sure you're not to play this F sharp here on the E string. And then we're also going to do an A major 7 in the first bar. Okay, so strumming-wise, what we've got, again, we're mixing up a lot of rhythms here, is quavers or 1/8 notes, which are half a beat each, and semi-quavers or 16th notes, which are a quarter of a beat each. And this is a common sort of 2-beat pattern where you're going to go down, 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 up, or 1 and 2 and up. For those of you doing the RGT rock grade syllabus here in the UK, or any grade of this kind of type, these are all kind of grade 6 style progressions. But again, even if you're not doing grades, all this stuff is really useful for developing your rhythm playing. So this first bar is going to be this 2-beat pattern on A, 1 and 2 and up, down, 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 up. And then A major 7. So we're going to have 2 chords this bar, middle finger 2nd fret D, first finger 1st fret G, third finger 2nd fret B. Same strumming pattern. And for the second bar we're going to do an E7 sus4. Really nice chord here, middle finger 2nd fret A, third finger 2nd fret G. So same rhythm, and then going to go to E afterwards. So 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a. And then we're going to do a whole bar of B minor 7. So you bar the 2nd fret from the A string, 3rd finger 4th fret D, middle finger 3rd fret B, and do the whole bar. So that 2-beat pattern repeated now. So 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a normal D chord, 1st finger 2nd fret G, 3rd finger 3rd fret B, middle finger 2nd fret high E. So a whole bar of that. Then we'll do an F sharp minor chord. So bar all 6 strings here, 3rd finger 4th fret A, little finger 4th fret D. So whole bar. And a C sharp minor 7, which is just the same as the B minor 7 shape wise, just moved up 2 frets. Whole bar. And then what we're going to do is E sus4. So middle finger 2nd fret A, 3rd finger 2nd fret D, little finger 2nd fret G. So this allows you, it's a common way of playing E sus4, because then if you wanted to play an E, you could just take your little finger off and have your first finger ready. So a whole bar of E sus4. Then D minor 7. Okay. So for those of you, this is D minor 7, isn't in the key of A major. You can use, if you're improvising, want to improvise over this progression, use a D minor 7 arpeggio. Okay, so this is just to get yourselves warmed up with this 8-bar progression, nice simple kind of strumming pattern. Okay, so let me just play that whole 8-bar phrase. So A major 7, E7, E7 sus4, sorry, then E. Whole bar of B minor 7, a whole bar of D, F sharp minor for a whole bar, C sharp minor 7 for a whole bar, E sus4 for a whole bar, D minor 7. So D minor 7 is just your bar in the 1st fret on the B and the E, middle finger 2nd fret. D. Cool, so now I'm going to add some more sort of techniques that, again, we've been looking through different lessons, so check out the other videos. So now I'm going to add some dead notes, okay, and also some picking, okay. So the first bar, what we're going to do is a bar of C, so you can use that C there, so 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, classic C chord. And what I'm going to do, the first beat, sorry, is going to be 2 quavers or 8th notes, 1 and. The next beat, we're going to introduce some dead notes. So the idea is you kind of want to get that muted sound. It's really nice sound here. And you're going to go, these are semi-quavers or 16th notes, and you're going to go 1, E and So mute, upstroke, mute, upstroke, down, up, making sure you're muting the strings. So 1 and 2 E, so 1 and 2 E and Okay, the first two beats, 1 and 2 E and Beat 3 is going to go like this, 3 E and. You're confused with any of the 16th note patterns here. I've done several videos now and just really common semi-quaver or 16th note patterns. So it's just 4 of them that are used a lot. There are others, but it's definitely worth checking that out in the playlist in the card above. Okay, so I'm going to do beats 1, 2 and 3 of the C. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and beat 4 is 4 and I'm going to do 2 mutes at the end. So at the end of the bar we've got that quaver or 8th note followed by 2 semiquavers, and the 2 semiquavers at the end or 16th notes are mutes. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and And a lot more to it, but really good for your kind of coordination. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 and Cool. Now the next bar we'll do the same thing, but split it. Split the bar into 2. So A minor 7. This is basically middle finger, 2nd fret D, 1st finger, 1st fret B. Okay, and then we'll do an F major chord. Standard bar shape here. Bar the whole of the 1st fret, 3rd finger, 3rd fret A, little finger, 3rd fret D, middle finger, 2nd fret G. So A minor 7. It's like an A minor without your 3rd finger. And F. So here we're going to do the same pattern, but the first 2 beats will be with the A minor 7. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and Okay, 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and Okay, and the G7 sus4 chord. Great chord here. 3rd finger, 5th fret A, little finger, 5th fret G, and then bar the whole of the 3rd fret. So whole bar of this, 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and then do a normal G chord, same as the F, but 2 frets up. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and C major. So this will be bar 5 now. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and then E flat, which is outside the key. So again, if you're practicing your arpeggios and switching between scales and arpeggios, you can do an E flat major arpeggio over this. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and Okay, so E flat, bar the 6th fret from the A string, and then use your 3rd finger to bar the D, G and the B strings there to produce this E flat major chord. And now for the next bar, what I'm going to do, again, it's good to kind of learn how to kind of pick some of these chords in different ways rather than just constantly strumming. You're going to come across lots of songs that have a bit of strumming, a bit of picking, etc. So here we've got a D minor 7. Okay, so same shape as the C sharp minor 7 they had in the previous chord progression, just moved up a semitone. So here what we're going to do, picking wise, we're going to go down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. So these are all quavers or 8th notes, so half a beat each, and then one of them is tied. So timing wise, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this is how I'm picking it, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Okay, so just give you some variation there. And then for the last bar, G sus4, which is basically, looks like an A-shaped major, like that E flat, but the root note is on the E. So fret-wise, you've got 3, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. Really nice chord that. G sus4, 1 and 2 E and then F major 7. Again, really nice chord. It looks the same as a C chord and G sus4, but the root note is on the D string here. So 1 and 2 and so 3, 5, 5, 5, root note on the D. 1 E and, or 3 E and 4 and okay, so that last bar. Of course, let's do that whole bar phrase. So here we're introducing some dead notes, and then also, again, the chords are a little bit more complex, but feel free to change them up if you just want to practice the rhythm. Play it with any chord you like. But this is kind of good, some nice, interesting chords here. So let's go through that 8-bar riff, and again, you've got some picking in there as well. So C major, 1, A minor 7, G sus4, G, C, E flat, D minor 7, okay, you can vary up as well. So just having that picking in there as well, this makes it a little bit more interesting. Okay, and there's lots of picking patterns you can play around with. So now what we're going to do is do the next chord progression. This will be chord progression 3. We're going to introduce sort of ties as well. Again, we've done all this sort of stuff in separate lessons before. So ties and also sort of pushing some of these chords. And also a different picking pattern. Okay, so this is going to be in the key of, so the previous progression was in the key of C. This progression is going to be in the key of B natural minor, okay? So we're going to start off with the B minor 7, which we've had before, so B minor 7. Okay, and the strumming pattern here, slightly more complicated, really nice. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. So beat 1 is 2 quavers or 8th notes, 1 and. Beat 2 is this, what I call the all right now pattern, which is 2 E and 2 E and which is a 16th note, 8th note, 16th note. So 2 E and down, up, and then the next semiquaver is tied, and then you're going to go up, down. So 3 E and 3 E and. Okay, so those first 3 beats of that bar. Okay, this is now the start of the third chord progression. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and beat 4 is a classic down, down, up, 4 and So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and Cool, now we're going to do an F sharp minor 7. So bar the 2nd fret, then 3rd finger, 4th fret A, 1 and 2 E and. Now what we're going to do is push the chords slightly, change, not just splitting the bars like we've done before, we're going to change on the of 2, okay? So beat 2, even though it's the same strumming pattern, you're going to go 2 E and then I'm going to do a really nice, a jazzy G major 7 chord. First finger 3rd fret low E, 3rd finger 4th fret D, little finger 4th fret G, middle finger 3rd fret B. Block out the A and the high E. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and. So just again, you're just mixing up the rhythm here, changing in different parts of the bar. And then I'm going to do an E minor 7. Now this is a C shape for those doing the cage chords. So middle finger 7th fret A, 1st finger 5th fret D, 3rd finger 7th fret G, little finger 8th fret B. Same strumming pattern. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. Now we're going to do a B minor 7, but a G shape this time. Really nice common chord. Middle finger 7th fret, low E, block the A, then bar the D, G and B strings on the 7th fret, block the high E as well. So 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and E7 here. Again, it's outside the key, so you'd use an arpeggio, an E7 arpeggio over this if you wanted to solo over it. So 7, 6, 7, 5, middle 4 strings, really classic chord, this one. Okay, so whole bar of this. And now what we're going to do is a slightly different picking pattern that we did last time. G major 7, it's the same shape as your that we did earlier. We're going to be picking it this time. So it's picking wise, I'm going down, up, down, up, up, down. There's a few other picking patterns that would work. And then G, F sharp minor 7, but this way. Same shape as your B minor 7. Move down, down, up, up, up. So that bar again with picking. So rhythm wise, you count that as 1 E and 2 E and, where the 2 is tied. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Sounds really nice. Again, gets you sort of mixing, again, strumming and picking as well. Then a whole bar of E minor 7, So here you've got 2, 2 in terms of frets. First finger, second fret A, middle finger, second fret D, little finger or third finger, third fret B. And then you can just move those 2 fingers to the D and the G, and you've got an A sus4. Cool, so I'll just play that kind of progression 3. Again, you've got some nice picking in here, you've got some ties, you've got some chords changing in unusual places of the bar rather than just on the beat. Okay, so we're going to do the whole of that 8-bar progression. So, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7, to G major 7, E minor 7, B minor 7, E7, so that was G major 7, F sharp minor 7, and then E minor 7, A sus 4. So those last 3 bars. Again, you can change the chords, you can change keys, there's lots of things you can do here. It's all about mixing it all up and being really comfortable with all these different rhythms, techniques, etc. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go for a sort of crotch hit and quaver or quarter note and 8th note rhythms. And we also arpeggiate the chords slightly differently. So this is kind of arpeggiating the chord, where we're doing each string separately, or a lot of the notes separately with various different patterns. For this part 4, the 4th progression, what we're going to be doing is actually arpeggiating the chords where you're strumming it, but you're making sure that you can hit a separation. So it's not, instead of all the strings ringing at once, you've got this kind of. So you can see that in the tab there on the screen, that kind of squiggly line means you're kind of arpeggiating the chord. Okay, so this is going to be in the key of F natural minor. So the first chord, F minor 7, okay? So this is the same shape as what we've done previously for some other chords, bar the whole of the first fret, third finger, third fret A string. Again, we're going to do some rests here as well. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So quarter note and 8th note kind of pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this is where we're going to arpeggiate a D flat major 7, C shape. Sounds really nice. Little finger, 4th fret A, third finger, 3rd fret D, and then bar the 1st fret and the G, the B and the E strings. Really nice chord here. Again, 1 and 2. That's the rhythm we're going to do. So 2 quavers or 8th notes, then 1 crotchet. 1 and 2. 1 and 2, down, up, down, and then B minor 7, and do the same thing. So B flat minor 7, sorry. So barring the 1st fret from the A string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret D, middle finger, 2nd fret A, middle finger, 2nd fret B, sorry. So 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Okay, and now the next bar we're going to split it again. We're going to do C minor 7. This kind of shape we've done before. So bar it's just basically 2 frets up from the B flat minor 7. You're going to go down, up, rest, and then on the and of 2, we're going to go to the E flat, which we've done before. So down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Again, check out those rests as well. 1 and 2, rest there. Then and of 2 play, rest on the start of beat 3, and then up, down, up. Cool, then back to the F minor 7, B flat minor 7, D flat here, same as the E flat, 2 frets down, down, up, down. This time I'm going to push the C earlier, which is a really common thing to do for songwriters. It sounds really nice. Down, up, down, up. We're going to change to the C. Okay, so the C chord is outside the key. Okay, so again, you'd use a C major arpeggio if you wanted to solo over this progression. Again, stuff like this would be great if you've got sort of a DAW, or, digital audio workstation. You can record some of these progressions and solo over it. For this one, for example, you'd use F natural minor scale to solo, or F minor pentatonic, and then flip to an arpeggio over the C chord, or chord tones, things like that. So some really good stuff that you can progress your guitar playing. So this bar 6 is D flat, down, up, down, up on the and a 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then you can do some kind of like pumping eighths, strumming 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the next bar. So those two bars 6 and 7, down, up, down, 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 and then E flat to finish off. Cool, so this is a grade 6 style progression in the key of F natural minor, 8-bar phrase, and we've got some nice off the beat stuff here, changing chords off the beat, and also kind of arpeggiating the chords as well. Things like that sound really nice. Okay, so let's go through that 8-bar phrase. So, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cool, so I hope you find those chord progressions useful. If you'd like to get hold of any of the tabs for any of these are all done in that you see on the screen. These are all done in a great program called Guitar Pro. So it's relatively inexpensive, but really good because it means you can basically play back the tabs, especially if you're struggling with your sight reading. You can play it back, so you've got the kind of, if you're stuck with certain rhythms, it can play it back, slow it down, loop sections. Really good practice tool. If you haven't got the program Guitar Pro, you can also get these available in PDF format. So all of these will be available soon via my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk, which is currently being remade, and we're very close to finishing it. So you'll be able to get any of the files you need from the website and the shop. Just go into the shop, JS Music School, and all the different 10-part series. You'll be able to get sort of pick and choose which files you want. So hopefully you found that useful. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and any comments or suggestions, feel free to let me know. And please subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications if you haven't already. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.